So what are your maintenance charges? You should be asking your potential Cleveland, Ohio property manager, if you're considering property management, what the maintenance charges are. You should try to get a good feel for how it's going to work. So property managers differ widely in how they do maintenance. For us, we're always trying to screen to see if this is like necessary maintenance, or is it just like the tenant griping because there was like a little crack in the ceiling before they moved in and it's still there and it's not going anywhere and they want it, and that type of thing. At some point in time they're going to forget about it anyways. It's not necessary. We will forward those to the owner to see if they want to do them, but we're not just going to go do them because it's not necessary. But when we actually have maintenance to do, how is that billed? So we have gone different ways. We've tried only doing out of basically using maintenance personnel not part of our company, and then we've gone the other way where we've had the only maintenance personnel we used were in-house maintenance personnel. And right now we use mainly in-house maintenance personnel because there's some issues, like if you have there's always the possibility that when someone goes out to a house and they tell you work is done, it's not done. There's things of that nature. And what we found is, although that could happen with any property manager, whether they're using in-house or out-house, the more that we use the same people over and over again, the more that we learn to trust them. You start to see the patterns of who's telling the truth and who isn't. So we also found that when we're using outside maintenance, that the charges ended up being a lot higher because we just couldn't control it, and we couldn't force them to go out in an emergency either. So the more that we were able to use people we trusted, the more we could control, the more we could control the cost for you. And so although there is a set of costs, and you can just go to propertymanagementoh.com/pricing to see what we generally charge for things. What we found is that we've been able to much lower the total cost of maintenance issues from not having to go back as many, because sometimes if someone doesn't do something right the first time, you have to pay them to go out there and then pay someone else to do it again, okay? And we've also found that we've been able to help with costs when things didn't go right and it was our own people. Frankly, we can warranty that. If it's not our own people, you're kind of left in the dark trying to collect directly from them when things don't work out right. And there's always, in the field, it's just complicated. Sometimes it's not even the maintenance person's fault. You're dealing with a 100-year-old house and you're doing the best you can. We can stand behind our maintenance people's work. So overall, we believe we bring a good balance of value, both in terms of saving you money on labor, as well as being able to please the tenant well. So if you take forever to take care of the tenant's needs while on the property, that's going to cause a significant loss, and it's going to increase your biggest cost, which is vacancy. By far, vacancy is every landlord's biggest cost, other than possibly like a mortgage or something of that nature. When you move out, there's a lot of opportunities for extra costs in addition to not receiving your rent while they're gone, and the cost of leasing the house again. So by far, you're wanting to reduce your biggest cost. You work on that, the 80-20 rule. You focus on what's most important, what's biggest, and by serving your tenants well, and making sure that they have that peace of mind, helps you have that peace of mind, and helps them to continue paying you much longer.
Attention landlords, are you interested in professional help, leasing, lease optioning, full service management, or acquiring more investment property? If so, please call 440-220-7300 or email us at sales@propertymanagementoh.com. To get tips, tricks, and relevant Cleveland, Ohio investment and landlord information, please visit propertymanagementoh.com/news and subscribe to our newsletter.